Now, joining us in the kitchen today is one of Soapland's best-loved heartbreakers. Actress Michelle Collins will be here. There she is. Lovely Michelle. Can't wait to catch up with her. Now, today's guest has broken hearts in Albert Square and on the cobbles of Weatherfield, and she's currently doing the same in Holby City's casualty department. Please welcome the gorgeous Michelle Collins.
You look
amazing, girl.
You look like a little canary. You know, those little bird, which is the most beautiful bird.
Is that good or bad?
It's the most beautiful,
oh,
to
thank
me,
you.
it's the most beautiful bird on Earth.
Rather than not just a bird.
Yeah, you're not just a bird.
You are a canarian.
Thank you.
Now, you've got your last episode on Saturday night in Casualty, is that correct?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, right.
Sorry,
okay,
no.
So
I did three. I'm just guest rolling. And I don't think the next one's on Saturday. I think they're sort of scattered about a bit. I think it's in about two or 3 weeks or something.
Can you tell us how it ends? Probably not, eh?
No, not
okay,
really.
Fair enough.
One of the characters is leaving, Matt Bardock, who plays Jeff, very popular character, and I'm sort of involved in a bit of his leaving story.
Okay,
yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. A woman with a secret, I play.
Okay. And you're always
that's different, is it?
And you're in the theatre as well at the moment.
And I'm doing a play, yeah. I've got a whiz off today for a matinee called The Glass Supper at the Hampstead Theatre. Which is why I'm sounding a little bit gruff, Melanie.
No, you sound very rock and roll.
I like it.
I like that. I'm a canary. I'm very rock and roll, you know. So, yes.
So tell us about the play. It's quite a feisty play, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm the only female in it, which is great, although I do share a dressing room with 4 guys, which is very interesting, I must say. And, yeah, it's a dark... You laugh, yeah. It's a dark comedy, so think sort of Virginia Woolf meets Abigail's Party, Joe Autumn. It's very funny at first, and then it sort of takes a bit of a turn. And, yeah, it's great. I'm really enjoying it. It's hard work, but
lots of dialogue, lots of
We're on to the 26th of July at the Hampstead Theatre.
You know where... Are you into trouts? Oh, no, that is the kind of chat lines that I have. Are you into trouts? Yes or no?
I quite like trout. I find it a little bit rich. It depends how it's cooked, Gino.
Well,
okay, let's have a look at this one.
Come here, let me entertain you. Now, what we got here is a beautiful citrus trout with a chickpea salad. I know that you're a very big fan of garlic bread, and I wanted to show you the way Italians do garlic bread, which is the original way to do it. None of this butter parsley that the Americans do it, the original way. Now, what you have to do...
My daughter hates parsley. Could you do it without parsley?
No, but this is what I'm going to show you the way, without parsley or anything like that. What I want you to do, you got to, if you can slice me another couple of slices, you brush them with olive oil on both sides, and straight onto this very hot griddle pan.
And that's ciabatta?
Ciabatta bread, yes. Now, Melanie, what I got you to do... Okay, that's fine, yeah. And then if you... That's fine. And then if you can brush it on both sides with extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
Melanie, you got chickpeas. These are chickpeas that they come from a tin.
Okay.
So don't start to boil them by yourself from
Not necessary, okay.
Chopped red onion,
finely chopped. Beautiful those are.
Chopped roasted pepper from a jar, a little squeeze of a lime, cumin seeds, chopped celery, chopped parsley, chop everything and put into the salad.
Fine.
A little bit of salt and pepper and extra virgin olive oil.
So I'm just brushing with oil. When does the garlic go in then?
Both sides.
Yeah.
But the garlic will come later. Be patient. Oh, be patient. Okay. Now,
you know what canaries are like, Gino.
now, where do we go? It's very, very simple. The first thing I want to tell you, the fish, the trout I'm about to cook, you can do it on a barbecue or you can do it on a very hot griddle pan like I got here. Now, I want you to bear in mind one thing. To make sure that the skin doesn't touch the griddle pan or the barbecue, I got a nice little tip for you to use, and is to put a couple of slices of oranges on the griddle pan, or indeed the barbecue if you're using that.
I love the skin, though. The skin's the nicest part.
It's the nicest part, yeah. But the biggest tip I can give you, if you're using the griddle pan or the barbecue, make sure that it's extremely hot, okay? Because otherwise it won't work. Now, I'm going to put this one here for you so it's even hotter. Can you put 3 or 4 slices of bread on top? Yeah. Now, I got the trout here. You can get this your fishmonger to sort it out. You know, make a couple of cuts on the flesh.
Can you buy it already done?
Yeah,
instead of getting the
already
fishmonger.
clean.
You can
definitely buy already clean.
Right.
Otherwise, you need to put a little finger in there and take everything out.
Sounds horrible.
Now, one thing that, of course, make sure that it's scaled. There is no scales in there. Fresh rosemary. I'm going to put a little bit of rosemary in there, like this. And I'm going to put a little bit of lemon. Now, at this point, there is only one thing that you have to do. Drizzle with a good olive oil, okay? And try to drizzle on both sides. So turn the fish around. Drizzle. I'll leave the head and the tail on. I know that a lot of people, they're going to be a bit squeamish about it.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because a beautiful fish, especially when it's fresh, leave everything on. And then I'll show you later how to portion it. We're going to put a little bit of salt, actually quite a lot of salt.
So it's one fish per person?
One fish per, this is about 400 grams.
So does that not get a bit pricey?
Yes, how much would that cost?
To be honest with you, trouts is not expensive at all. This is a 400 grams, and I can tell you that it won't cost you more than £4. £3 to £4.
Okay.
So if you think about the amount of protein that you're going to get out of that and the flavour, okay? Oh, the bread.
Oh.
Yes. Oh. No, it's okay, it's okay, it's all good. Look at that.
I like it a bit burnt.
No, in our trade we said caramelized. Now, what you do with the trout, you're going to cook it, a trout like that. Of course, you can get all the timing on the website, about 4 to 6 minutes on each side. Okay. Simple as that. We are not going to go through the 4 to 6 minutes because we don't have them. I'm just going to show you. Melanie, can you put the chickpea salad into the serving plate, please?
Yes, I can.
I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Look at this. Okay, this is what it looks like when it's cooked. Now, the original garlic bread is very simple. You pick up the bread, you get a clove of garlic, and you rub the garlic on the bread. That is the way Italians do it. Just a little bit. You're worried about because you got theatre to do today, don't you? Okay, like that. And then you get the smell of the garlic. Right?
Did you just snot on the bread?
Is that good for you? I didn't expect it to be shot in my face.
Don't eat that bit.
That's fine. I'll have that too. There you have it, my citrus trouts with the chickpea salad and garlic bread. Now, what we need to do, one of the things that people are very, very worried about... Come here, Michelle. Don't be afraid. I won't bite.
OK, all right.
One of the things that people are very, very afraid whenever you cook fish is to see if it's cooked or not. Right?
Yes.
It's very, very simple. If you can pick up the back and it comes up very, very easily like this, so that means that it's cooked.
And remember, is that OK,
that is pink. Yeah, because that's actually the colour of the flesh. It is pink.
Not too pink, no.
No.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, this is the flesh is like salmon. The
so
same
you can
kind
have salmon slightly. You can have it rare, can't you?
Yeah, of course you can. Absolutely fine.
Gosh,
girls,
it's a lovely
try
colour, isn't it?
It's a beautiful colour.
There you go, babe.
Try a little bit. Tell me what you think. I like to drizzle just at the end a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to get a beautiful flavour.
It's so good for you, fish, isn't it?
It's such a mild flavour. I don't think I've ever had trout. It's yum.
It's beautiful, is it? Now, guys, coming up, I'll be making either my chicken and mushroom open lasagna or my mamma bolognese sauce.
And Gino goes head-to-head in an Oriental challenge, but now it's competition time. Thanks.
Welcome back to Let's Do Lunch. Michelle Collins is still with us. Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Were you impressed with the trouts?
That trout was gorgeous, Gino. Well done.
Good.
It was.
Thank you.
Just a reminder, the voting line for the dish you'd like Gino to cook at the end of the show closes very soon.
Oh, yes, so you can choose between my chicken and mushroom open lasagna or my mother bolognese sauce. I don't know why they wanted the bolognese sauce.
Now, Michelle, you weren't always a soap star, were you? You were actually a pop star at one time.
Yes, I was. In the early 80s.
Yes. And we have a picture of you from those days. That's Michelle right at the front.
That's me in the front.
The halterneck.
Oh,
with the
you
so sexy.
The mini beehive. The band was called Mary Wilson and the Woolsations, yeah. I think I was 19.
And you were a Woolsation.
I was a Woolsation, yeah.
And we've got one other picture. That's you on stage. You were the backing singers, with the backing singers.
I was a backing singer. Mary Wilson's actually still going. She does a lot of jazz clubs and, yeah, it was great fun. 9 guys and 3 girls.
Fantastic. No, I remember it very well on Top of the Pops. And we've got a clip of Mary Wilson and the Woolsations when you appeared on a TV talent show. Have a look at this. Oh, there you are in the pink. Woo!
I think they speeded that up or something.
That's beautiful. I used to do all of that. I like. Nobody does that anymore.
No, thank God.
Well, thanks for now. Actually, take a seat, because I know how tired you are.
Thank
You've got a
you.
big old day today. Now it's time for my favourite part.
The other way around.
Yeah,
See,
look at
that's
that.
where I got it wrong.
And I put half tuna on top.
Tuna,
Look
okay.
how lovely that
So
is.
sliced tuna,
Yeah,
beautiful.
and half avocado on top.
Avocado, yeah,
Yes.
very good.
And you roll again.
Okay.
All right.
Like
It's
this.
got to be nice and firm.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's amazing.
And you cut and serve on a plate.
Okay,
wow.
so
Yeah.
slice it up.
Yeah.
Wow, this is... I mean, it does look easy, I have to say, but, you know, I've tried. It's not easy at all. And then you pick it up.
Pick it up, the food on a plate, serve for customer.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure, like this, one red, one white, make beautiful.
Ah, okay, so you make it look pretty, okay.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
And then, what is...
And I put it back here.
And this is a one portion, I'm guessing,
Yeah,
right?
one portion,
This
yes.
is a one portion.
So how do you feel about
I'm
the
so
challenge,
excited.
Gino? Yeah, good?
You know, I can tell you that it's impossible that I'm going to beat Ian, because have you seen the way he does? He's like talking and doing.
Yeah.
I will really try my very, very best.
OK. Well, Gino's challenge is to see if he can make a sushi prawn roll faster than Ian. Ian's going to go first and set a time, and then Gino will need to try and beat it. So are you ready, Ian?
Ian?
OK, audience, you're
Yeah.
going to help me count down. You let him do it first,
So-
and then you're going to do it after.
Ah, so he's going to do...
Yeah.
OK.
So we can set the time, and then you'll know, we'll have an idea what you've got to beat.
And then I can do it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, in the audience,
Rise
let me
in
count
the
down.
hands.
Yeah.
So you can have the rise in
start
the
with the
hands.
rise.
All right.
Don't start anything until you've heard the one. 3, 2, 1, go!
There's no need to go this fast, seriously.
I know.
You sure?
Squidge it, slice it. Let's get that plate. Oh.
Make sure it looks good, eh? Otherwise it's not valid.
Yeah.
I'm checking.
Done.
There you have it. OK, so you did that in 38 seconds, and you did stumble a little bit there, so you might be all right, Gino, do you reckon?
Yeah, because
I reckon no.
OK, all right. Well,
I
let's
reckon
have a
I'm
whirl.
going to really give it a go, but I
Yeah.
don't want it to... OK, let me see. Let me put this
Get yourself
here.
prepped, yeah.
Ah, I need to put the rice in your
Yeah,
hand
yeah,
like
yeah.
you did.
yeah.
Get
Okay.
sorted.
Any amount of rice? This
yeah.
is good?
Yeah, that's okay enough, yes.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah?
Make sure your hand is no sticky.
OK, no sticky. Very good.
All right. You ready?
OK, so you put it there, then you turn it around,
So
then you
you've
put it
got
around,
to
then you put
beat
this on the other side.
38 seconds.
What
So
a
let's count
chance.
down again, audience. 3, 2, 1, go!
No. One door here, one.
Come on, that's 18 seconds. Beautiful.
6 pieces, half a set.
Come on!
I'm happy.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm happy.
That was a split second slower. Ian, he did well, yeah? You've been... Welcome back to Let's Do Lunch. Actress Michelle Collins is still here.
Now, today's final dish was completely in your hands. And what you chosen? 67% of you voted for my Mama Bolognese sauce. I thought that would happen there.
Are you
seriously.
happy with that,
I think-
Michelle? Do you like a bit of bolognese? That's a
I'm
no.
not too much of a meat eater, but I'll try a little bit. I'm gonna
Okay.
help you a little bit. No, I'm not too fond of red meat, really.
Okay, but the things with the bolognese sauce, the mistake that a lot of people do is that they actually put too much sauce with the pasta. Whenever you have pasta, the sauce should just coat the pasta gently and not to put too much meat. That is where the
Well, also
secret
in
is.
Italy, you have it as a starter, really, don't you?
Yes, we will have it, you know, as a starter, as a nibble.
Yeah.
Now, okay, Michelle, what I want you to do, please, for me, I got a carrots here, a couple of carrots. Don't need to peel them. If you can grate them for me, because I'm going to start to use them for the base of my bolognese sauce. But before I do that, usually when I make bolognese sauce, I would use passata, which is sieved tomato. But what we done here, I got some nice round tomato, which I cut them in half, salt and pepper, a bit of garlic, olive oil. You roast them in the oven for about 200 degrees, about 45 minutes, an hour.
Okay,
when they come beautiful and soft like this one, put them in a blitzer, a little touch of water, and we make our own roasted tomato passata.
So that's how your mama did it, did
yes,
she?
Yes, that's
she
how my mama...
bottle stuff. Right, I'll load this up.
Are you okay with the grating?
Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah, that's okay. But quite thick, I would have gone off with the small one.
Oh,
you know
right,
what? I didn't instruct you properly.
Always insulting me.
No, I wasn't insulting. So, but mind your nails. Don't grate your nails in there. Yeah, slowly, slowly. You grate... No, the way to grate is to grate the longest part first, and then you go, look.
Oh.
Look. So then it's easier.
52 years it's taken me.
Look at that.
To grate a carrot.
Look at that. Because if you do sideways, then you can grate your finger.
Thank you, Gina.
Okay, no problem. Now, how do we make the start of the sauce?
I
Very,
won't tell
very
you what
simple.
happens to my finger, Gino. Sorry.
Now I want to know. What's happened
No,
to
I did cut my finger off.
Oh, wow, okay.
When I was about 22, yeah.
All right,
they
so
sewed it back on again, so don't worry, it's sewn on quite, you know.
So it's all right.
Won't go
Okay.
in the bolognese.
Yeah. Now, what I'm going to do for the sauce, we need to make soffritto. Soffritto is celery, onion, and eventually the carrots that will come into the pan. So we fry everything together, and that's no problem. That's how we start our sauce. So the onions goes in there, okay? Then we go with the celery, and then if you can put me a few carrots in here, that's fine.
This smells incredible. These tomatoes.
I forgot I was doing the big bit again. Sorry, Gina.
No, don't worry, that's fine.
Is that okay? Is that enough?
That's cool. Now, remember, whenever you make a bolognese sauce, often people make the mistake to use very small pans.
Right.
Okay? Have a big pans, because then you can move things around, things will get cooked properly. Okay? Now, the other thing is that I want to do, I want to show you the meat that I'm using. I'm using beef, the darker one, and pork.
Oh, cool.
And not many people do that. The reason why I do this is because the pork, you get the flavor, the beautiful, a little bit of fat comes into the pork. But then the beef, it gives the texture that you need for the bolognese sauce.
Okay.
But before I'm going to put the meat in there, what I usually do, I put a little bit of olive oil on top, and I start to crumble the meat with my fingertip. Because otherwise, if you put the meat without doing this technique, it can become the meat quite clumsy. You know, when you got big lumps of meat into the bolognese? By doing what I'm doing, you loosen up the meats, and then it's easier to fry off. So the meat goes in there. So very simple way to do it. Melanie, if you can mix everything for me there, and make sure you break the meat into the vegetable. Now, have you ever made a bolognese sauce?
My daughter's half Italian, so she makes pasta and things like that in our family, yes.
Okay, does she make with two different meats?
No, never. You should tell her.
It's a very southern Italian way to do bolognese sauce, to use two different meats, but the
so
flavour is excellent.
We're more northern Italian. We're more north.
Are you more on the north side? They would probably use much more pork in people in the north. Now, once you mix all this together...
So you've got to brown it off.
You're going to brown it off. It's time to add the wine. Now, whenever you add wine into a sauce, there is one thing... That's a lot of wine. That's a lot of wine.
That's how Mama likes it.
My mama, she's a big fan of wine. Still is, actually. When you put wine into a sauce, there's one thing you need to make sure is that the alcohol goes away.
Okay.
You want the flavour of the wine, you don't want the alcohol of the wine. Because otherwise it makes the sauce...
Can't you use non-alcoholic wine, then?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Or... you can use that,
Not
but I think everybody will have a bottle of red wine into our home.
Right,
and how do you take the alcohol away? If you can look into the pan, can you see all these bubbles coming up on the side? That means that the alcohol is evaporating, but the flavour of the wine will still be into the sauce.
And can you not smell when it's all sort of gone as well?
Yes.
The actual alcohol.
What's up?
I can feel it sometimes
when you put it at the beginning, you really get the pungent alcohol away. But then as it mellows down after about 5 minutes, you smell wine, but without alcohol, which is a quite unique
So
flavor.
what would you use as an alternative if you didn't want to put wine in? What could you... it just wouldn't taste as good.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't pour any wine if you don't want to do it.
But
the only things you don't have to. But the only thing is you're losing up a little bit of a kick of the real rich red bolognese sauce.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I put in there a little bit of tomato puree. Right. You know, one of those things that you can find them in those little tube.
Yeah.
Very good because it makes the sauce very, very rich and beautiful and shiny. After that, look at that. This is beautiful. Look at the sauce.
Amazing.
Now, this sauce here,
great.
you know, just to give you an idea, you blitz it, you can put it in a Tupperware box, and then whenever you want a little bit of pasta very quickly, there you go.
So
you got your own beautiful roasted tomato sauce. Nice and easy.
Definitely
so it's worth doing.
Yeah.
Now, and remember, tomatoes are not expensive at the moment because in Italy and Spain is the season of tomato.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to buy them.
So what's the difference between a bolognese and a ragu then?
Actually, technically, is the same thing.
Okay.
You would find that I've just come back from Bologna and I've learned this, you know, which I thought it was a different sauce. People in Bologna, they call it the bolognese because it's their area. They use a little bit, one or two things different, i.e. they add pancetta or more pork.
Yeah.
The rest of Italy, they call it a ragu. The only difference with a ragu, that sometimes the meat is slightly bigger. Right. So when they cut it, so it's not minced very fine, it's slightly big. Now, the tomato sauce goes in there. We're going to put a little bit of beef stock, okay? And the only thing that you have to do, just let it bubble away for a couple of hours. Couple of hours will do the job.
Do you know what? Make a bolognese once a week for the kids. They absolutely love it. I've never done it like this, and I'm going to try it next week.
Well,
this week.
It's one of this is very traditional way to do it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give it a whirl.
I think it was one of the first Italian dishes my mum ever cooked. In the 70s, was spaghetti bolognese, and we
were
really exotic.
I know it was though, wasn't it?
That's funny because another thing that an Italian will never do is to use spaghetti with a bolognese sauce. Wherever you go in Italy, there is no such a thing of spaghetti bolognese because the shape of the spaghetti is wrong. If you pick the spaghetti, they're too thin, the sauce is going to go down. So you need to use tagliatelle, which are just put in a salting boiling water, or you use fettuccine.
What, because it's got more surface to
because
stick to?
It's flatter, so you can imagine the bolognese, you go into there and it goes like...
It's getting close again.
It's actually... it sticks onto the pasta, that's what you want.
Yeah,
yes.
that's exactly what you want.
I just wanted to be visual for the people at home.
Good.
And for my own pleasure as well.
So can I just ask you, Gino, how do you stop the spaghetti or the pasta sticking together then once you've cooked it? Do you pour it underwater, under the tap?
No.
Never?
No.
And some people do, don't they?
No. And neither I put oil into the oil, like many other chefs do.
Right.
The way to stop it, if you look at the water closely, you always found that the water is bubbling all the time.
Yeah.
So the water bubbles, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't give it the chance to pasta to stick because all this air bubble makes sure that the pasta doesn't stick. That's the secret.
So you just drain it and then serve it like that.
Look at the way I do it. This is the sauce. This is the pasta. Secret of a good plate of pasta. The sauce, the pasta goes straight into the sauce, like that. So there is no other way to do it. Okay? Straight in there. And the only thing that you have to do at the last minutes, you pour basil into the sauce. Fresh basil leaves.
Oh, I love fresh basil.
So that goes in there. And the only thing that you have to do, you mix it up. You make sure that the pasta is beautifully coated by the sauce.
Love it.
Okay? And then, very, very simple. You pick it up. And it goes straight into the plate. Simple as that. Okay? And the only thing that you... Everybody goes...
starving now.
The only thing that you want to do, you put a little bit of the sauce on top to do it.
Really good.
And that's it. And then pecorino cheese.
Oh.
Guys, this is how you make my mother... That was into the sauce. That's how you make my mama bolognese sauce. Look at that. Very, very simple. Look at that. Go for it.
This will be really good before a show, actually. Fill me up.
Now, the one thing that you have to make sure is that the pasta is really al dente.
Oh, the mixture of the meats is amazing. You can really taste the difference, Amazing. Okay, thank you.
Very good.
Okay, really big thank you to today's guest, Michelle Collins, everybody!
I will see you tomorrow for more of Let's Do Lunch. See you later, guys.
Bye.